Hello guys, once again it's Matt and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 50,000 subscribers until the end of the year. Help me out there and let's get into it. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the F-16AJ again. It is an aircraft that even got a new dev blog and we are going to talk a little bit about it. First thing is, basically this aircraft kinda didn't exist, but it did at the same time. I mean, it didn't actually properly was used. It was basically a modification of an earlier F-16, and the proposal was there to be a full service aircraft, but Japan never used it, and no proper models of the AJ were actually made. But we had this explanation basically. Gaijin is basically saying that they would like to clear the reason for adding the F-16AJ. There are massive suggestions from players to add the Mitsubishi F2 fighter bomber to the Japanese Tech 3. Indeed, the F2, which is a 4++ generation aircraft, will appear in the game along with comparable aircraft from other nations. However, at the moment, adding the F2 to the game is not possible due to this significant superiority in the quality of radar equipment and far more advanced air-to-air missiles. At the same time, to date, Japan remained the only gaming nation lacking a 4th generation aircraft. Therefore, when choosing between forcing Japanese aviation enthusiasts to wait for the Viper Zero, a few major updates, or giving Japan a 4th generation aircraft now, we chose the second option. We hope you support our decision. So I wanted to actually talk a little bit about that. It is kind of weird, to be honest, because first of all, they are confirming that they are planning to add this type of aircraft fairly soon, apparently. I mean, they say that the Viper Zero, which is the F2, might come in the next few updates. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean that we are going to see 4++ generation aircraft this year? What does that mean? Like, it's kind of scary, right? The other thing is, I understand that the F2 is indeed too powerful right now. It is an aircraft that would have an AESA radar. We don't even have the PESA radars from the Soviets yet. So having an AESA radar, which is a little bit more modern than that, it's just a very big jump. We are still using early 80s basically aircraft, and we don't even have the full possibilities of those aircraft yet. We don't have the F-15, we don't have the Su-27, other attackers. We're still lacking a lot of things, a lot of options, right? And it is just weird that this is an actual problem, because, I mean, why not add the F-15J? Like in the next patch, if it wasn't ready yet, for example, just add it next patch, make the aircraft to the game, or even 2 patches from now. I know it would be a long time for the Japanese mains to actually wait, but it would be a lot less controversial, right? And it would be a lot less problematic in the sense of the aircraft being a real life thing or not. But still, I think I understand. It's just that I was kind of in agreement with them. Actually adding the F-16AJ it is kind of a fair kind of deal, if you ask me, in my opinion. But the thing is, this kind of devlog they posted with basically saying that they say that therefore, when choosing between forcing Japanese aviation enthusiasts to wait for the Viper Zero, a few major updates. This is kind of confusing, because it feels like we are going to get like way better stuff very, very soon, like in the next one or the other after that. And then, I mean, of course they are adding the F-16AJ to actually be the bridge to that. But if it's going to be that short of a time frame, I mean, why just not add a proper aircraft, right? I mean, they can always remove this aircraft later. I doubt that they will, but still, they can. And of course, there is another factor of, I think Japanese would have a problem with the air-to-ground kind of capabilities. The only aircraft that would actually have that would be the F2, and as we are saying, the F2 is too advanced for now. So the F-15 would not have that, and the F-4AJ is kind of limited as well. So the F-16AJ would be this only option, right? But it's still kind of a paper aircraft. Kinda. I don't know. It's just weird. Since we are getting the Yak-41 and I'm enjoying that thing, and I understand why that thing, for example, is being added, in my mind, the F-16AJ is kind of the same. These aircraft, they should be avoided. Prototypes or pre-production or even kind of paper aircraft in general, we need to avoid them, in my opinion, but only when we can, right? As I said, for the USSR, the Yak-41, even though it wasn't like actually needed right now, it is an aircraft that doesn't have another aircraft that can be added there. I mean, it's not like the USSR needs to not, like, it needs something there, but still, you know, it's just okay, because there isn't basically anything else that can come after the Yak-38 to bridge the gap between the MiG-29K, maybe the Su-27K or the Su-33, something like that. And Japan is kind of in the same situation, right? It doesn't have anything to come unless it's the F-15J or the F-2A. I think the F-15J would make a lot more sense, even if we needed to wait like 2 or 3 patches, I don't know. I would still think that that would be a more reasonable idea. But I understand that it is tough if you are a main Japanese player and you don't have anything to actually fly. It's not like the EJ Kai is bad. It is an amazing aircraft, to be honest, but I understand why this is where this is coming from, right? So I don't know. I kind of agree with it, but if I think a little bit, I kind of disagree with it. Everything will be basically subject to the time frame of when the F-15 comes to the game. If an F-15 comes like next patch, I would be fairly disappointed that why didn't they just wait to add the F-15 properly as the 4th generation. But if it takes like a year or more, then I would understand. So we will need to wait to take a look and wait to see if this is the case or not. In my opinion, it would make sense, right? But anyway, leave it in the comments. What do you think about the F-16AJ? Do you agree with being added in the game or not? It's been very, very 50-50 along the community, so yeah. Make sure to subscribe as well. And basically this is it. I see you guys on the next one, and bye guys. See you.